Hey guys, Joe Richardson from Thinkaholics. We're back at Midwest Dreamin'. I'm here with Don Nannerman, the Senior Director of Marketing Manager from Informatica Cloud. So Don, what can you tell everybody about what you guys do?
Well, Informatica is the industry leader in the data integration, data quality, master data management area, everything related to data management, specifically around Salesforce.
So, obviously, you guys are very well known, right? But for the people that may not be aware of what you do and just kind of diving into that, so obviously, if someone has Salesforce, right, they've also more than likely got some kind of other system they wanted to talk to, right? Maybe they need to do a load of data or integrate, right? So, can you just kind of talk about how you guys fit in that space, from your primary Informatica Cloud product, and then maybe touch on like the master data management piece?
Certainly. Well, you highlighted one of the key points related to Salesforce, which is Salesforce, like any SaaS application, has its own database. And one of the key things that organizations need to do that have a CRM system is move data in and out of the system based on other systems they work with, like accounting systems, ERP systems, service management systems, the whole range of applications within a business, because after all, what makes a business run is the data. And that's what we're all about as a business, is actually providing the mechanisms, the tools to actually integrate information between all the various systems. So for instance, as new orders are generated in Salesforce, that information needs to get into an accounting system to create an account, to create an invoice. Or as new products are added into a ERP system's parts catalog, that information needs to be integrated back into the Salesforce system. We uniquely provide a cloud-based platform that automates that actual activity. Along with integrating data, the next thing that becomes a real important consideration is actually the quality of the data. If you're going to move data around between your systems, if it's dirty data, you're going to propagate that dirty data across all your systems. So once you've integrated your systems, the second thing that most organizations want to do is implement a good standard process for keeping the data clean. We have a product called DQ Radar, which is a new product we recently brought onto the market, which integrates directly with Salesforce and with your other platforms. Once you've got your data cleaned up, then one of the next steps typically an organization will look at is actually coming up with a master for customer across all of your systems, so that you've got the same account names in all of the systems, the same contacts, the same mailing addresses, etc. With that in place, from an analytics perspective, one of the things many organizations, certainly those that are sales and marketing, is analyzing their data and using analytics products, whether it's Wave from Salesforce or some of the third-party products like Tableau or Click or Domo, and integrating that information into what's become very popular called a data lake, where you're pulling data from all your different systems, putting it into a data warehouse essentially, and then using that as a platform for analytics. Informatica provides the infrastructure, the enterprise data management services to support all of that.
So jumping back for a second to just master data management, that piece. So obviously someone has a database, right? And they want to integrate between Salesforce and a database, right? That's one touch point. And the whole point of the customer master, right, is when you grow beyond that, right, you have multiple systems, really becomes key to when you make an update in one system, who should win, right? That kind of discussion, right? So definitely, that's like one of the things that I find most interesting about Informatica and MDM in general. So going to, you talked about the Wave Analytics. So one thing I saw, and I'm curious, Informatica Rev, right? So I'm working with a customer right now, and they are basically trying to tie in quota information with opportunities. And we're basically looking at Informatica Rev to do like the aggregation of that data to get it to line up to that quota data. So can you talk about how Informatica Rev can help someone with Wave Analytics and things like that?
Well, that's been one of the core areas that people have used the Rev product for. In fact, it's extremely popular with the Salesforce sales engineers in the Wave group who actually use it to set up demos and proof of concepts. It's one of the most popular tools that they use. But to be able to take and look for those correlations, the keys and the common identifiers across those different data types to bring all the pieces together. In fact, we have a new product that we just introduced this year called the Enterprise Information Catalog, which is a metadata cataloging tool which uses connectors, or we call them scanners, that actually can connect to all of the different enterprise databases, platforms, and not just structured data, SQL-based data, but actually any unstructured data, documents, XML formats, etc., and essentially builds a metadata map catalog across all those different systems so that the data scientists or people in the IT group can actually identify not only all of the data sources in the enterprise, but also identify trusted data. You know, you may have 12 different copies of customer. Which is the one you want to use as the master? So getting back to your questions about master data management, MDM, you want to know what is the trusted records, and then associating that with our data governance products, be able to identify not only what is the data that we want to use for our as our masters, but then also who has access to it, who should have access to which aspects of it. The data cataloging is in two parts. One part is actually building the catalog, as I was saying, so IT or the data scientists can figure out where the data is across the enterprise. The second piece is actually a component that allows business analysts, the users, to be able to view that trusted data set. So when they're building Wave analytics reports or using other tools, the analytics products, they know what's the data that I'm actually supposed to use. So. Okay. Interesting angle.
And in terms of these different products and how they fit together, right? So Informatica Cloud, right, is the core integration product. Informatica Rev, is that a part of it or separate? And like one thing I noticed is that in Wave Analytics, it's right there built in, right? So, is Rev separate? And then the last piece you mentioned, how do they all fit together?
Right. So one of the things that we're quite excited about, we announced at our Informatica World Conference, our annual conference that we just held in May, is a new release of our Informatica Cloud infrastructure called the Informatica Intelligent Cloud Service, which provides that whole common data platform infrastructure. It's actually built on a microservices platform architecture now that brings data integration, data quality, master data management, or data governance all together, accessed through one common platform.
Okay.
So at the moment, up to that point, we had separate clouds, essentially separate products like Rev, our data quality tools. Now we're bringing them all together under one common platform. So through one common user interface, you can access integration, quality, master data management all directly.
Okay, all right. So what's the best way for people to reach out if they want to learn more and get their hands on it?
Certainly. The Informatica.com, of course, is the platform for all of our digital information. Also, because so many of our customers either are involved in doing that work directly or they're consultants who are assisting other companies, we have associated Informatica University, which is a complete knowledge-based platform with tutorials, videos, information about all of the hundreds and hundreds of connectors that we have. So I'd encourage people to either visit the main website or go directly to Informatica University for all the training and product information.
All right, Don. Well, thanks so much for your time.
Great. Thank you.
Hey, if you like our videos, please be sure to subscribe and follow us on Twitter.